Hello, craft beer friends, and welcome to Season 10, Episode 12 of Tap to Craft Podcast. I am Denny Lewis coming to you from Boise, Idaho, and my partner in craft, the dog whisperer, and my favorite Florida man from Tampa, Florida, Mr. Chris McKenzie. How the heck are you doing tonight? And of course, tell me what is in your glass.
Well, I'm glad that we were able to get this stupid thing working.
Of course.
But hey, it's an unusual day. It's a Wednesday,
It is a Wednesday.
Wednesday the 20th. It's weird. I came home from work and I'm going, I, we do record tonight. Okay, yeah, because if we followed our normal schedule, we'd be recording on Christmas Day. And I don't know about you, Denny, but something tells me that I'd get in trouble for that.
Yeah. I don't think they would accept Christmas Day recording. I mean, we're committed. We are committed
I
to
would have done it,
our listeners,
but
but
I would have gotten yelled at.
yeah, yeah.
But in my glass tonight, I'm drinking a beer from your end of the country, Canadian lager from pFriem Family
I
Brewers.
love that beer. Where'd you get that from?
I don't know. I think I found it in like Total Wine and More or something. No, I got it from you. Thank you for sending
Ah,
me this.
yeah, it's one of the ones I really enjoy drinking. And I thought, you know what? I had one of these left in my fridge, and I thought, oh, well, I'll just give this to Chris and go buy some more. So I sent that to you, and I figured you'd enjoy it because you like everything frame.
pFriem is a delicious thing. So,
Yes.
what about you? How is your day going, and what's in your glass this evening?
Well, my day is going fantastic. I'm just rolling halfway through the week, easing into the end of the week, and then having a week off for Christmas vacation. So I'm doing good. I'm just looking forward. I just can't wait until the weekend so I can. Wow, you just put something on there. What is people drinking? Wow, I just saw that.
Well, I mean, we're getting in there. We're well,
You're you're
these are
you're all
all
professional here.
little things that I've always seen and wanted to, these are little things I've always wanted to play with, Denny, but now I've actually got the chance.
Well, looks great. We just need to have some people join us and
That's
tell us
okay.
what you're drinking. Chris put a little poll or something on there that you just enter in the beer and hit send, and you can tell us what you're drinking. So we appreciate that. But what I'm drinking is I'm also drinking something close to home. In fact, close to home right here in Boise, Idaho. It's from Sockeye Brewing, Lonesome's Larry's American Lager, rolling in at 5%, 20 ABV and 20 IBUs. Nice, easy drinking American lager. Found often on sale for $8.99 a six pack. You can't go wrong with a little lager action. So,
No, you definitely can't.
yeah, so that's what I'm drinking. This is just our opening beer. We are going to be doing a special tasting. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, we've got
Uh,
work to do tonight.
a little work. We're only doing two tastings. I considered doing four tastings, but I thought let's not push it.
I do have to go to work in the morning.
Yeah. We all got to go to work tomorrow, and we don't want to. We don't want to have too long of a show either. But yeah, that's what we're drinking. But as Chris just mentioned, we all got to go to work tomorrow, and let's just get this show rolling on. But before
Yeah.
we get it going, we always want to let anyone new listening to Tap to Craft podcast know what we're all about. We are an educational podcast focused around celebrating all things craft beer because we want to help you, our listener, along in your craft beer journey and adventures. And you are listening to episode 246, recording on Wednesday. Yes, we said Wednesday, December 20th, 2023. We are live on Facebook, even though it took us 15 minutes or so to get the damn thing going. We are live. We finally worked. If you'd like to join us during our normal recording session, you can find us the Monday prior to release at 8:30 Eastern Time. Look for the notification that we've gone live and join us. Let us know what you're drinking. Ask us questions, interact. We love it. But in this episode, we are going to talk about our 2023 Untapped Year in Beer review. This is our annual review that Untapped does. We'd like to chat about how we did, and I'll be curious to see if we surpassed our normal drinking, or we kind of mellow it out as we're getting older. We'll see how that works. Also, one of our great listeners, Mr. Jeff Seiler, he has provided us with another box of blind tasting beers. You heard it, more blind tastings. We're going to do the blind tasting of the IPA. Now, this isn't going to be a normal blind tasting. He actually provided 2 IPAs wrapped up in paper, and we're going to do a blind tasting showdown where we drink both beers side by side. We talk about them. Chris is showing them on the IPA 1 and IPA 2.
Yeah, if you're live with us on Facebook, you can see this.
Yeah. And we're going to then decide which one is our favorite of the 2 while trying to guess, if we can, which beer is which. You know, it's going to be hard. There's so many IPAs out there. Yeah. But we're going to be doing that, as well as opening our December tintackers.com mini tacker of the month tacker box. I forgot what it was called. Tacker of the month.
The mini tacker of the month.
Tacker of the month, yeah. As well as you can count on Chris and I having some great beer conversation as well. And Chris and I would like to thank all of our Patreon supporters, because this episode is brought to you in part by our satisfied Patreon supporters like Mike Allen, Bill Schlimmer, Amanda and Kevin Argauer, Mike Blanchard, Tara Carlson, and Jim Kutzel, Alex Fuchs, and Mark Reedy, who are our virtual producers, and Tom Byrne, Jess Seiler, Johan Halberg, Chad Lamassa, Mark Church, and Eric Gronley, who want to buy us a virtual beer. If you enjoy the content we provide, we invite you to support the show by toasting your host or buying us a virtual beer or even becoming a virtual producer. You can explore the options on our support page by visiting patreon.com/tapthecraft. All right, so we mentioned our mini tin tacker of the month December box here. And we're going to go ahead and do this unboxing right now. We always love to start the shows off when we have this with opening up these little secret boxes. And I'm glad we got to do this. We've been so busy having guests on. We were supposed to have a guest on this episode, but things happened, and they informed us ahead of time that they weren't going to be able to make it, and we are going to go ahead and delay the Veterans
United. Veterans United.
I just had a brain fart there. I was having trouble thinking of it. Veterans United. We're going to have them on later in the month of January, which gives us opportunity to drink a couple of these blind beer tastings. And I thought we'd start off with the IPA, and then we'll roll into the Pale Ale. Get those 2 that are hop sensitive out of the way. But why am I talking about that? Because right now we're talking about our mini Tacker of the Month Club. Let's see. I got to open this.
Okay, wait a minute. So before you open this, I want to this card that came in here. So it's for those of you that haven't seen this, we get a little flyer in our box. The one side is the December swag, because we get, not only do we get a little mini tacker of the month, but we also get things like these cool little spin tops and, bottle openers and stickers and stuff like that. So this is talking about the December swag, which I think is really cool, because the December swag is a mini tacker Christmas tree ornament from the folks over at Bristol Brewing Company in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And they've also, here it is. It even comes with a little hook on the back for your Christmas tree. By the way, Jen at Tin Tackers, I'd love to see some more of these. These are cool. But she also put on here, please take a photo of your ornament. If I can get that focus. Please take a photo of your ornament on your tree and email us at jen@tintackers.com so we can create a photo collage. That is so cool.
That is cool, but I'm curious that how do we do it? Is it just going to be a close up of a tree branch and an ornament, or?
Well, I'll leave it up to them to crop things in and out. That's not my problem.
Okay.
Now,
okay.
On the flip side of it, so we had our swag side. Now we have our mini tacker of the month club. I was really surprised to see the name on this mini tacker of the month club, Denny. Do you see the brewery name on there?
No, I haven't opened it yet. Or
you haven't? the
Oh,
name
wait.
on the card or the name on the
Oh,
brochure.
yeah. Yeah. I just now saw the name on this, yeah, mini tacker of the month thing. Yeah. Interesting. All right. Well, you want to read what the tin tacker is?
It is from Dogfish Head Craft Brewery and the famed steampunk treehouse created by artist Sean Orlando and the 5 Ton Crane Arts group of Oakland, California, is located. Plastic is so strong. Is located at Dogfish Head in Milton, Delaware. Treehouse was first exhibited at the 2007 Burning Man Festival in Nevada. The sculpture went on to capture imaginations at a few other festivals and events before finding a permanent home. Yeah, mine's semi-transparent. Look at that.
Yeah.
We're finding a permanent home at Dogfish Head in 2010. Have you been lucky enough to see the treehouse in person? Here it is in all its Christmas glory. In this new mini tacker, all lit up for the holidays.
Yeah.
Now, of all the ones that we've received, I did never expect to see Dogfish Head show up in this mini
Yeah.
tacker.
That's true. That's true.
But
I
I'm
mean, they're
still
kind of
stuck
big.
on.
They're
I'm
kind
still
of big beer now, right?
No, they're still craft, just like Sam Adams, right? But this is what we got this month. Again, mine's a little difficult to see
Nice.
because of the green screen, and we got a little Christmas tree ornament. So I'm gonna do my very best, Jen, to remember to send you an email with a picture of our tree ornaments. Maybe I'll put like a tap the craft sticker in the tree or something, or a coaster, or I don't know, something.
Good thinking. Good thinking. Maybe I'll do that too,
Put
so
it
she
right
can
along
see it
there with
too.
it.
Yeah, good idea. Good idea. Well, thank you, Jen. We do appreciate it. Always enjoy these mini tackers, and we got an ornament that would be perfect if I had a little tree for my recording studio here with beer themed stuff. Maybe I'll do that next year.
But when
I'll
they
set
all
up a
go
little
on
tree. And
sale,
yeah, when they go on sale here in a couple weeks.
Christmas day after Christmas.
I just need one of those little tiny ones, right? Get them for like $5 or actually I say that, but reality is nothing's $5 anymore. It's probably like $100 for a 2 foot tree. But that'd be fun to get uh, craft beer or beer themed
Crap.
ornaments to put
Yeah.
on there. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was our December mini tacker of the month. I'm glad we got to open this now and get this ornament on our tree before it was too late. All right. We do enjoy getting feedback from our listeners. We have a voicemail number. We love getting voicemails. You can call 208 536 3359. If that's too many numbers right now for you to remember, just remember 20853, oddly. If that's too hard for you to remember this. Go to tapthecraft.com/linktree, and you'll be directed to an app that has all of our contact information, including our voicemail number. Remember, program that into your phone and then just tell your phone, hey Siri, call Tap the Craft voicemail. And you guess what? You can leave us a voicemail. We would love to hear you what you to say. We also have our email at tapthecraft@gmail.com. Send us a long form email. We're okay with that. We love reading your emails I love reading them. And if you have questions and stuff, we love reading them on the show as well. And we have our Facebook page. That's where you're watching us right now. If you do have Facebook, at facebook.com/tapthecraft. And we have our website, tapthecraft.com. We also have our great Discord server community at tapthecraft.com/Discord. Join us, interact, our own private little community server. Okay, Chris, let's continue the conversation because now it is time to untap the craft and see what our listeners are drinking according to Untapped. This should be interesting because this is an off night, so we might have less.
I was trying to send the picture of the tin to my brother, and because he's in Delaware. He's probably 20 minutes from the brewery. Oh, people have been drinking because I gotta click the show more button.
Whoa.
Okay. Starting with Mr. David Dean. he's here in Florida. He is drinking a High Five by Fort Myers Brewing Company. Gave it a 4 cap rating, I think. It looks like, yeah, that's a full 4 caps. No notes to go along with it, but he's drinking this down at a Pincher's Crab Shack. Next on our list, Johann Halberg is
Johann.
drinking a Need My Space by Fermenterarna. Fermenterarna. That's what I'm going with. 4 1/4 caps for this beer. No notes to go along with it. Yeah, I can send it. It finally loaded. There we go. Coming up next is just David. That's all it says. It's David. Is drinking a Holy Roller by Urban South Brewery. He's drinking this at Little Tail Farms. He said it's a farm Christmas party. And he gave it a 4 cap rating to go along with it. Bill Schlemmer checking into a Little Crush by Lion's Tail Brewing Company. He said mildly flavored and hopped pale ale citrus flavor is rather subdued. 3 1/4 caps to go along with that check-in. Let's see. Moving on up the list. Hang on.
Yeah, have another drink.
Beer makes it possible. Jeff Weesey is next on our list. He is drinking a Painkiller by Woodland Republic Brewing and Blending. And he's checking in at the brewery. And he said, really nice pineapple and orange sour with a light coconut finish. Cheers. 5 cap rating for that beer. 4 hours ago, he checked into it. Emily Allen is drinking an Echoes of Us by Finback Brewery, checking in at Route 5 and 20. She said, Advent Day number 19, well executed double. I'm just not a huge fan of El Dorado or Simcoe. Stone fruit and a burn.
Burn's not good.
3 3/4 caps for that check-in. Stephen Brown right here in the Tampa area drinking a Imperial Pumpkin Pie Porter from 2014 by Terrapin Beer Company. There's so much about that is wrong. There's a lot of things about that is wrong. His notes, no rating, but his notes, yikes. Let's see. Next on our list here, we'll get a better one, and mostly because this has a Grinch themed glass to go along with it. Emily Allen is drinking a Pyrogenic by Grow Brewing Company. Whoa, I so appreciate that Grow uses unique, new to me hops and makes the most unique, standout, high quality haze locally. This is top tier. So she gave it a 4 1/2 cap rating to go with that beer, which is what looks like hazy IPA, double IPA, clocking in at 8.2%. My buddy Scott Cooper is checking into a Hazy Little Thing by Sierra Nevada. And he is drinking this at the Machine Shop Barber Company. Must be getting his hair, at least one of his hairs cut. Moving on up the list, Jeff Weesey again, checking into a barrel-aged s'mores pastry stout, still at the Woodland Republic Brewing and Blending. Boozy up front, needs time to age. The s'mores is definitely coming through in the finish. Cheers. 4 3/4 caps for that one. Ooh, this is interesting because I'm going to be bringing this beer up kind of in the very near future in this show. Emily Allen again is drinking a Candy Bar Gunner's Daughter by Mass Landing Brewing. And she said roasty dry peanuts with sweet hints of chocolate and caramel, 4 1/4 caps. Scrolling on up the list. And that, oh no. Denny, it finally happened.
What?
Chad's check-in streak.
Well,
don't make excuses for him.
We can't really count because it's Wednesday, and he only does Mondays and Thursdays.
You went from 67,446 shows in a row, Chad, down to 0, just like that.
Keep in mind that we didn't do this last episode because we had a guest on, and we didn't do the untapped check-in. We could have counted that. So it's
All
okay,
right.
Chad. You're still right here in our heart.
Well, maybe with Denny.
So that's it. We're
and
all
that's
done.
and that is what everybody is drinking.
All right. Well, guess what time it is? It's time for our India Pale Ale blind tasting showdown. And I'm going to go ahead and read this nice letter that Jeff sent us to explain what he did. He says, Denny and Chris, hey guys, hope you and your loved ones had a fun and enjoyable Thanksgiving. Oh, yeah, we did.
Mm-hmm.
Since it is the start of another holiday season, how about some more blind tastings? Exclamation point. This one is a bit different. It's a blind style showdown. There are 8 total beers. You have 2 in each style: pale ales, IPAs, brown ales, and porters. Your mission, should you decide to accept it, is to simply taste both beers in a style, decide which one you like the best, and then unveil your winner. Pretty simple, but you both may or may not agree. These beers are all well known, readily available beers that you both have had, according to Untapped. I've done a few blind tastings like this, and sometimes I've been very surprised by my own choices. Going in blind makes you rely only on your senses, and that's fun. Well, thank you, Jeff. We really appreciate you again making this effort not only to send us beers, which we're very appreciative of, but also to wrap them up, uh, pair them into styles that you think would be interesting, showdown, and have us do it on a show. We really appreciate you doing this for us. And we're looking forward to getting started right now with the IPA showdown. So,
Mm-hmm.
Chris, let's get our 2 cans out. Hopefully, you have 2 glasses ready.
No.
You got to have them side by side, Chris. Come on, man.
All right, give me a minute.
Okay, we're going to be back right in a minute. I'll still be here.
Okay. I'm not even going to mute my microphone.
I'm not going to mute your microphone. Yeah. So we've got it's okay. It's just 2 of us here. IPA 1 and IPA 2. So I'm going to keep these. I'm going to keep IPA 2, 1 on my left side and 2 on my right. I'm going to bust out my glasses. This is for everyone to keep me straight when I forget. I'm going to have IPA 1 in my IPA glass, B cup, IPA 2 in my Stout B cup. They almost look the same. The Stout one has a little wider top. This one's a little bit narrower. So IPA 1 in the IPA glass, IPA 2 in the Stout glass. That's how I'm going to keep it straight. So got to keep me straight, Chris.
That's Sarah's job.
She's not here.
Okay.
This is the man cave.
Okay.
All
So,
right, we'll be opening beer number 1.
well, just be mindful. I
Oh my gosh, those are small.
It's not the size that counts. It's how you use it.
That's not what she said.
No, she did. I don't know if it was a lie or just to make me feel better, but she said
It's okay. All right, so this first one I'm pouring.
Ooh,
I think what we'll
good.
do is I'll describe the beers as I pour them, so I can make sure I get the full. This one looks old school West Coast IPA.
Doesn't smell that way.
Well, mine does. The number 1. It's got
A very resinous color.
Yeah, resin. Yeah, it looks. It's not clear. Like you can't see through. It's not opaque, but it's also not translucent. Very nice head.
You gotta get your clarity correct. Translucent is what it is. Transparent is what it's not.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Professor.
Yeah,
of color. I was speaking on my butt for sure. The head, very nice head. It's got a very solid 1.5, almost 2 finger head, holding strong. Dense and coarse bubbles, creamy looking head, really creamy head, holding strong. The coloring of the head is off-white. Coloring of the beer is honey, golden honey, maybe.
Good descriptor.
Maybe a little bit darker than golden, maybe
amber.
It's like an amber, but golden. It's a golden honey. It's a deep honey not a light honey. Yours looks lighter than mine for some reason. Oh, because you're holding up to a light, maybe.
I've got a white light in here.
Yeah.
Here. Well,
But it. I shouldn't have to. I don't. I want to go into the aroma and stuff
here.
yet. I was just
See?
taking a.
Now it looks darker.
Okay. Now for beer number 2. Again, opening this up, pouring it into my stout B cup. Oh, this one looks really close to the first one.
Yeah.
Wow, these are going to be tough because they look very close to one another. Almost identical. I will say the head on number 1, both heads are fantastic.
Head on one, the head on number 1 is gone though. The head on number 2, and I poured my number 2 probably about a minute ago, and it's still.
I think my head's grown on my number 1. It's up to 2 full fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, almost exactly the same color, same clarity. Head, 1 finger head, but still dense, mostly dense, some coarse bubbles on the sides. Also looks creamy from the top, off-white. Beers look identical looking.
Pretty close, yeah. I got to peel back a little bit of this tape because I'm pouring beer and it's getting into the tape.
Okay. So, our first indication, they both look identical.
Yeah, pretty close. Jeff, if you put the same beers in these, I'm going to be very. Well, I can't be mad at you. That'd be hilarious.
No, well.
What if he wrapped
they're a little bit different.
What if he wrapped up 2 of the same?
He wouldn't do that to us.
Not on purpose. Well, maybe he would.
Okay, let's focus on 1 right now.
Number 1.
Number 1. Let's talk about the aroma. So I get some citrus notes.
I am getting that
and
that resinous, that West Coast smell to it.
Mm-hmm. Also, I don't know if it's. I'm getting some, maybe some tropical hints in the aroma as well.
Christopher, when are you going to learn? Don't fill your glass all the way up.
Yeah, this is tough. It's
freaking amateur.
Citrus, some tropical notes, I believe. It's tough. It's aromatic. That's nice. Yeah, that's it. Okay, well, I guess I'm done with the smelling this one. I guess. Well, how are we going to do this? I didn't bring any water up either to cleanse my palate.
No, he just said.
Should we do the aroma on number 2? Let's do the aroma on number 2, so I don't mess up by drinking and then messing up my aroma here.
I got a little bit of this lager left. That'll work.
Number 2 is very similar to number 1.
God damn it, I spilled it.
I think I'm going to fail this test.
It's not a test, Danny. It's just to tell which one you like better than the other.
Yeah, but this smells very much a little bit candy, maybe a little bit candy sweetness in there.
We're just going to have to try them.
Okay, let's try number 1 first.
Number 1.
Let's try number 1. Okay, here we go. Wow. Nice. Orange. I'm getting orange. What do we call it? The oil, orange oil, like on the top of my mouth. I do get the citrus.
Definitely citrus.
It's got a decent bitterness in the finish. A little bit of sweetness, sense of sweetness up front. Maybe some fruitiness with that orange oils. That's what we're calling them now. Orange oils is, to me, I don't know. Are you getting any orange?
Orange essence? Would you call it that?
Orange essence or oily type brightness, orange brightness.
And then just some not too overpowering, but not too subtle. There's some nice bitterness to it too.
Yeah, the bitterness is coming in way in the. At first, I felt it the first sip, but now I'm taking more sips because my mouth is now accustomed to the bitterness. It just kind of like it stays pretty mellow until you're into the finish a bit, and then you can feel that there's that bitterness in the back of the throat. But
Excuse
nice
me.
one, nice one. Wow, I'm okay. I'll say this too. It it feels like it's like a 5% beer, so I'm gonna say it's probably 6%.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
say this
feel.
one. If I had to pick, just based off of my professional experience of drinking so many beers,
Mhm.
I'd pick it at about 6.3.
6.3.
Mm,
I'm gonna stick with six.
okay,
ABV is six.
$1, Bob.
It does. It does.
Okay,
And the price is right.
yeah.
Or is that Let's Make a Deal? Which one
No,
was?
that's Price is Right.
Is that right?
Yeah,
I get those two mixed up all the
Bob
time.
Barker, may he rest in peace.
Uh, I will say I'm enjoying this beer.
Yep, definitely.
Uh, it is. It's pretty easy drinking. I was expecting a heavier, harsher West Coast IPA. It's 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 on that realm of West Coast, but on the lighter of the harshness. Not so. I, I don't really get a lot of piney notes in here. I get more citrus notes, the orange oils and some citrus peel or zest or something in there as well. Okay, I don't want to drink all this right now.
Okay,
I do not have a guess at what the beer is. Do you have a guess at what the beer is? Any guess?
no,
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Okay, let's go to number 2. This one smells more. I'm going back to this one smells more fruity. Maybe into some tropical papayas. Some tropical fruits that are mango. Maybe it's mango. Maybe it's mango.
is it
Let's
mango?
taste it. Let's taste it
You
to
think
find
it's
out.
mango?
Maybe it's mango. Yeah.
Okay, let's find out.
Okay, this one is different than the
That's
first
way
one.
different.
I get the sense of that fruity juiciness, sweet.
Oh, that's
Again,
a
not sweet, but juicy. The feel of sweetness by the juiciness in the roof of my mouth. I'm still. It's some kind of a ripe tropical fruit. What do you think? You getting tropical, almost strawberries too. At first, I was thinking strawberry or something like that, like strawberry
mm,
flavors,
wow.
but also nice. Also a bitterness in the finish.
There's a pretty heavy bitterness in the finish. No, nothing like over the top, but like it's
Mm,
a little more significant than the first one.
okay, okay, tangerine. Okay, I'm getting tangerine in the finish. I've narrowed that down. Not strawberry. It definitely after the second sip, I'm feeling it like a nectarine or tangerine type citrus flavor.
Okay.
Um,
I don't know what
Definitely
it
bitter.
is. It's
This one's
definitely bitter.
this one's more bitter than the first one, in my opinion.
I
I,
know I
I feel,
definitely get the aroma in this one. I definitely get something like a tangerine apricot,
yeah, or
but
maybe apricot,
also
something in that ripe.
sweet candy.
Yeah, sweet candy as well, and I also got some candy notes in the first one too. But this one definitely has that tangerine or that sweet orange citrus, sweet citrus candy like character in there.
I do really like the smell of this one. I love the aroma of this one more than I like the aroma of the first one.
Wow, this is tough, Jeff. We've both had these beers on Untapped.
I have a guess for the first one, but I don't. It's the only thing I can think of.
Okay, what do you think?
Celebration.
No, he already gave us a celebration.
Denny, we
Guys,
haven't
if he gave us
opened
a
it.
celebration again, that would be crazy.
Are you talking about from last year? Because
Yeah, didn't he do celebration last year?
I don't remember.
Honestly, I don't remember either.
I know there was
You know
a
what? I
three
haven't.
philosophers in there, but that was
I
about it.
haven't had celebration this year, so it's
Neither have
not.
I.
It's not top of my list. Okay, I'm gonna tasting one again. You might be right with that.
I just remember celebration being a little more bitter.
Well, I thought so. To me, celebration's always a little heavier too.
Yeah. I
This
think
is not as heavy.
celebration clocks in at about 8%, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Wow. I'm trying to think of some beer. You know what? I don't think I'm going to be able to think of these beers. Now, which one do I prefer? It's a tough. It's tough to choose. I think I'm going to go with number 2 in my showdown. I think I like number 2 just a bit better. Now, I only say that because I I really do like that juicy um, candy like citrus essence, and I also like the fact that it ends with that bitterness that makes you feel like you're drinking an IPA. Uh, this one, the first one, number 1 though, I think is super smooth for an IPA. Does have some bitterness. It also, look at that head. It's still holding that head. They're both holding the head pretty well. But this one still has, you can see it coming over the top. You can see it's like foaming up. It's hard to see in the camera, but there's still some serious thick head in there. Okay, this one is, the number 1 is Celebration. I say that because the head. I always remember Celebration having this big head. I think you're right, Chris.
Number 2, I can't even think of anything for number 2.
Number
Watch, it'll be something
2,
dumb like Alai or something that we can get here in Tampa.
it could be, yeah. Or it could be like
But I always go back to thinking about, well, what 2 things or what beers could you and I get? What brewery could we get beers from? And I automatically think of, now Cigar City, but Sierra Nevada. I mean, Sierra Nevada is one of the very few that I can think of.
he said all these are readily available across the country. So,
All right. Well,
you want to open?
yeah.
Okay, which one are you going to open?
I'm going to open number 1.
That was your choice, was number 1? What's your choice in a showdown? What's your choice? You guys tell me your choice first before we
Okay,
open.
then number 1.
Then number 2 is mine. So we're divided. I'll open number 2, you open number 1.
Okay.
I can't open this. He
Oh,
makes
no
these
way.
so difficult.
No way. What? No way.
Oh, is that fresh squeezed?
Fresh squeezed.
Oh my gosh.
Well, hey, I got the fresh hop part right.
How did I not get fresh squeezed? Wow. I have to hand it to you know what? I already said Deschutes is one of my favorite breweries.
You get the what's it? The mirror? What is it? Come on. We flip-flopped, didn't we?
Well, you were right. Okay, I got it all off.
son of a bitch.
Alai.
Yeah.
Alai India Pale Ale was number 2,
Oh, what did I tell you?
which
What did I tell you the ABV was on this beer though? I said
6.3.
6.3. It's
Is it 6?
6.4.
And I said 6. And what is Alai?
7.2.
7.5.
7.5.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I said 6 for the first
We said
one.
6 for this one. I said
Yeah, I didn't say anything for this
6.3.
one. This one
I
also surprised me at 7.5.
That's a good go-to if you're going to a sporting event or you're just out somewhere where you can only get like big beer because
Yeah.
it's a fairly big beer for, fairly cheap. I'm impressed with myself though. This is 6.4. I guess 6.3. I got closest without going over. So, we're good with that. And then highlight.
You did good. So, the merry game of highlight provides inspiration for this citrus forward. We knew citrus. India Pale Ale with notes of clementine. See, we were right
Yep,
about
there you
that.
go.
Orange peel, and caramel malt, creating an IPA that's both bold and approachable. I will say this: I've had this beer a number of times, and here's the surprising thing. I picked this one over the one that I've had way more than Highlight
Mm-hmm.
because I drink fresh squeeze all the time. There was something familiar with it, but I couldn't nail it. I will say that not knowing what I was drinking, I enjoy both these beers, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But the Highlight surprised me because I only had Highlight after the hype.
Yeah.
And then after I finally got to drink it, I was let down because I thought, yeah, this is good, but it's not as good as everyone's hyping it up. And it
Oh no.
there is some good. Oh, what happened? You overspill?
Nope. I figured there was plenty of room in that glass for what was in the can, and I poured it in there, and it started coming up, and I was like,
Oh,
"Oh, it's not going to come over," and it started rising fast.
yeah. Uh, but this beer surprised me that I picked it over the fresh squeeze because again, I've had fresh squeeze so many times. I should have guessed that. Um, what does it say on the side of fresh squeeze as far as is it having notes on there?
Impossibly juicy, undeniably refreshing, fresh squeeze. No fruit was harmed in the making of this beer. Can conditioned for quality. Nothing specific though about
Okay. What's the IBUs? Does it say what the IBUs are?
60.
Yeah, this is 65. So we were right on the fact that this one, at least to our senses, I felt this one was more bitter. I thought that and I do agree, fresh squeeze is a fairly smooth IPA.
Yep.
That one that you can drink during summertime and enjoy and not feel like you're getting, you know, too bad. But yeah, nice showdown. Wow,
Yeah.
totally caught us off. But you did say, watch, it's a highlight.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I am impressed that both these beers had really good heads too. That's a sign that they're being produced, you know, really well.
and funny enough, every time we do these, well, this is the second time we've done them. Well, the second year we've been able to do something like this, but we go through it and I go, man, there's no way I'm tasting mango like that. No, like I get imposter syndrome going,
Yeah.
no. And then we open it up and we go, oh yeah, this has notes of clementine and citrus. And I'm going, oh, okay, maybe I half know what we're talking about.
Well, you could definitely taste those sweet citrus notes in this one, right? That I mean, I could definitely. At first, I was thinking it was strawberry because it came off, and then after I took another sip, I realized I don't know. This is like, you know, like tangerine-ish, you know, sweet, bright citrus flavor. So
Now, I will say that if you can get a whole, yay, green screen. If you can get a hold of Highlight where you are, they make another version of it called High Low, which is a kind of a lighter version of it that I prefer over Highlight. So it's a little less bitter. It's not super hoppy. It's a little easier to drink, and it's not just palate destroying.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, if you can get a hold of High Low, that one's a really good one. Just kind of an everyday drinker.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Jeff. That was thoroughly fun and also, kind of humbling that
Mm.
you gave us a beer that Chris should be very familiar with, and I should be very familiar with the other one.
Well, listen, I've drank my fair share of fresh squeeze too when I was living in Ohio.
Yeah, yeah, but you're not able to get it very often now, right? So
No.
you've it's been a long time since you've been experienced. I just had High Alai, not this summer. I don't think I got any, but I'll pick up a sample pack, of the Cigar City stuff that has a variety of beers and drink the High Alai. I think last summer for sure I probably had, or maybe last fall, not this fall, following fall. So it's not been that long since I had it. I tend to drink the darker stuff from Cigar City. I really
Yep.
like the Maduro Brown. I get that when it comes in. The darker stuff I prefer, but yeah, High Alai is. I think this surprised me last time I had it too. I might have made a comment in Untapped that hey, this is actually better than I rated it the first time because the hype level moved down on my list,
Hmm.
and then when I had it the second time, I was like, oh wait a minute, this is better than I remember because I wasn't so hyped up on it being like a great beer and hard to get.
Yeah. And admittedly, to me, I feel that this beer, that Highlight, has changed in the
Oh,
last, I don't want to line it up right with when they, sold into their conglomerate, but their beer has changed. I think it's a little different. And especially if you can get their white oak version of
yeah.
Highlight,
Actually,
Denny,
that one's really good. Yeah.
people used to line up outside the door to get that and buy cases of it at a time. And I remember trying it, um, one of my first couple of years here and fell in love with it.
Mm.
And then I had one that was in one of their sampler packs a couple of years ago and going, yeah,
Oh
I'm
no.
good. I'm good. It was just the tannins in it, like
Yeah.
the oak before it would make it a little more smooth and have some, yeah, it would give you some tannins, but give you a little of that vanilla flavor and
Hmm.
get some earthiness from it. And then the last time I tried it, it was kind of like, oh, well, we just have this bottle of oak flavoring. We're gonna drip a few drops in the batch and we're gonna call it a day. I didn't like it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was a great blind taste. I'm looking forward to the pale ale, but let's get into the brew buzz and the
The
brew
Blue
buzz
Buzz is dedicated.
is devoted to discussing various beer related topics. This week, as we mentioned, we're going to talk about our untapped 2023 year in beer reviews. And so, Chris, we'll just go through we'll just bounce back and forth each category, each
Sure.
thing, right?
That thing.
And if you don't know what this is, at the end of the year, Untapped releases your stats for what you've checked into over the year, and so that's what we're going to talk about. How Chris and I did. Now, we've been doing this for the third year that they've been doing the beer and review, the
Take a sip
year
of
and
beer.
beer. I can't say anything tonight. So, um, oh no, actually, yeah, 2020, 21, 20. Oh, 22. I had this wrong. Yeah, this is their fourth year, 20, 21, 22, and 23. So this is their fourth year they've been doing it. We've been keeping up with it each year. So what because I've been losing check-ins, at the end of last year when we did this show, I wrote down what my unique and total beers were. And I wanted to compare with what they said, what I gained this year. And guess what? I've lost beers.
I think it's
I'm
just
not.
you.
I'm not. I'm not just saying that because it's not true. I truly am losing beers every year. They're removing beers. I checked in this year, 185 unique check-ins. This is down quite a bit. In last year I was down from the year before. I had 296. I'm down 111 unique beers. So I've slowed down on my going out there and getting the latest, greatest thing. And I've really been, now, I'm not saying that my beer drinking has declined a little bit. I have reduced, but I'm also not going out there and just buying a bunch of new stuff. I'm just drinking the stuff I enjoy, partly because I'm seeing breweries that I don't want to see my favorite brewery. I don't want to see Deschutes go out of business, so I buy Deschutes. I don't want to see Rubens go out of business, so I'm buying Rubens. I'm buying Boneyard. I'm buying all my local beers that I enjoy because I don't want to see them struggle and not be able to keep the doors open if they don't see that their beers are rotating through quickly. So I'm drinking a lot of stuff that I've already checked into and I just enjoy. And so you can see that in my check-in number at 185. So Chris, how about you? What is your new check-ins this year?
New check-ins for me are going to be, where'd it go?
This is the first time you've been this close to me.
Yeah, I know. Isn't it 183?
Yeah, you're two below me. This is the closest we've been to having this.
Yeah, usually you and I had a good 50 check-ins in between us.
Yeah, yeah. So good job, Chris. Way to step it up. Keep up. Well, actually, you're down as well, right? You
Yeah, I
had
was
229 last year.
229 last year. Actually, my highest year was 284 in 21. So I'm down 100 from my, I guess, my best year.
Yeah, my best year so far has been 21 as well, and it was 319. So we were close there. Now, I recorded my total unique check-ins at the end of the last year, 12/28. I had 4,708 unique check-ins. Add 185, that would be 4,893. But my unique check-ins right now, 4,888. There's 5 beers that they removed just from this part, right?
Okay, that's a good way to check that answer because I was going, really, Denny, I know you nerd out on some stuff, but there's no way you remember this. Well, listen, you've got numbers here in front of you.
Because I wanted I said, this is a good opportunity that I can write these numbers down and find out what I lost. Now, 5 beers is better than what I've lost in the past, where it'd be 150. So I guess 5 beers isn't too bad, but I am truly losing beers that I check in. These are of course the ones that they actually mark. Maybe there's other ones that they've already removed from this number that I don't know about. All right, average rating this year. I've been for one thing, I've been very selective in the beers that I buy. Mm-hmm. And I've been buying stuff that I know I enjoy because beer price has gone up. So I'm not surprised by this number because I buy beers that should be a high number. So my rating, 4.11 is my average rating of my beer check-ins. And this is up from 4.05 last year. Chris, how about you? How have you been rating things?
It's funny. This is one that you and I match on pretty well, especially this year to last year. My average rating this year is 4.1.
There we go.
And my rating from last year, 4.07.
See, we're right in line. That's great. Great. Now, it's not saying we're soft. We're not soft because I actually gave a couple of 2.5 ratings this year. So I'm not soft. If I've a beer that's not good, I'm going to tell them it's not good. But for the most part, I'm drinking beers that are really well done. All right, what's your best day? My best day of check-ins this year is Saturday with 45.
Yeah, that's not surprising for a lot of people. Saturday, right? Like, hey, well, first day off, let's crack some beers. Me, Tuesday.
What's up with Tuesday? Come on, man.
It's my first day. Tuesday is my Monday. So
it's your Monday. So
yeah. So Tuesday makes me drink. 37 check-ins on Tuesdays.
Okay. Decent.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I think that's. I think Sunday and Saturdays are my highest, and then I'm guessing probably Mondays would be my next, just because we record. And I tend, but although when we're recording, I'm not usually drinking new beers, so maybe Mondays wouldn't be. I try to drink things that I don't have to check into, but we have been doing a lot of beer tastings of stuff we've never had, and with shows and stuff. So maybe Monday might be.
Did you happen to check into the Church Street beers yet?
Yeah, I checked in that night.
I don't know if I did that yet.
No, you didn't check into one of them for sure.
Okay.
So,
Because I also
oh,
brought the Imperial Stout with me in my cooler. I
yeah, I'm not
totally
drinking that.
forgot.
I'm not
No, we're
drinking
not
that
doing that
tonight.
tonight. No, but I don't know, Denny. My brain has been just fried over the last, I don't know, week and a half. Like
Mhm.
I'd and more than usual, I'd walk into a room and be like, "Hey, so
Yeah,
wait, what was I gonna do?"
exactly.
And so just trying to remember, did I check into a beer or not? Is just
Yeah,
a good luck.
yeah. So check into those Church Street beers,
I will.
which I really enjoyed those beers. I really
Yeah, I did
appreciate those
too.
guys coming on.
I'm really looking forward to trying that excuse me, that Imperial Stout. Maybe that's a fun one to do. Just make a video of it over Christmas.
Well,
Um
or if you want, well, you could do if you want, you could do a video. Yeah, you do some good videos, or we can get together and just do a short session with just that beer, you and me, and then you can post that too as well.
we could do that.
If you, yeah, or we could just add it to our next one. We do the pale ales. Pale ales are going to be low in alcohol, right? 5%. We can do two 5% beers and a 10.5, right? On a Monday.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you still have your year in beer still up, but
No.
it made me laugh just the days that I've checked into the, beers. Sunday or Saturday and Sunday, 26, like that was normal. Tuesday was my biggest at 37, followed by Monday at 31,
Oh, okay.
Thursday with 30. I just
Wow.
I don't
You
care what
just
day it
drink
is. I just drink.
yeah, all week long. You just
Yeah.
like pile drive them.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't care what day it is. We just drink.
Okay. So my first check-in uh, last year or this year was Mother Earth Brewing, Mother of All Storms,
Lovely
2020.
choice to start with.
Yeah, yeah. What was your first beer check-in?
I'm not really proud of it, to be honest with you. So my first check-in in 2023 was an Oktoberfest from Tampa Bay Brewing
Was it
Company.
old Oktoberfest from
I
Tampa Bay?
mean, so this probably came out in September, so more malty, so I'm not really too worried about it.
That wasn't when we didn't do a we didn't interview
No,
Dave
that
Vogel
wasn't
that
with
day, did
Dave
we?
then.
Okay.
I want to say that was at the beginning of last year,
Okay. Okay.
2022. But what about some beer styles that you tried? How many did you try?
Yeah, so I'm down a bit this year. 70 out of 249. Last
Oh,
year I
we
had
beat you.
94 out of 2. Oh, you beat me? What'd
I
you got?
beat you.
What'd you have?
84 out of
Woo!
249. Last year was 81.
Nice. Good job, Chris.
All right, so
Good job.
there's hope for me yet.
Yeah, yeah. You kicked my ass on that one.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
you actually yeah, you got what? You got
So I had
14 more than
84.
me.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's 14 different styles I haven't tried.
Was that style? Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if that's fair. I did a little bit of traveling this year too.
Well, you're right. You're right. You did some traveling and you had the Badass Beer Fest. Or do they just, I mean, they probably had a few styles that you.
Well, I mean, I feel like the what came through in that festival specifically, um, it was pretty much sours, IPAs, and stout.
Okay.
No, there were some lagers and there was a fair amount of stuff there. Now that I think about it, and I mean, I checked in. I basically looked up the venue and the event on Untapped and saw what people checked into and went, "Oh yeah, I remember drinking that beer." Because
Oh, so
I
you
did
forgot to
not,
check into everything.
between running around with Miguel from No More Pours and taking pictures and also trying to try beers and talk to brewers and doing all
Mm-hmm.
that, I'm like, I'll just see what everybody else checks into.
Mm-hmm.
It helped. It was nice.
Well, good. Well, what was your top beer style in 2023?
Well, in the past, it's been smoothie sours and sours and
That's right.
sours and
That's
sours
right.
and sours. This year, I'm proud to say it was New England IPAs, a real man style. None of that fruity
Ah.
sour shit.
Well, you know what, Chris? Same with me. I
Yeah.
drink a ton of lagers lately, but still holding
Yeah.
strong is IPA. I always say I'm going to drink less IPAs. Every year I say I'm going to drink less of them, but it's still like my top style. So last year was American IPA was my top
Hmm.
style. This year is New England IPA.
You know
And
what?
New England IPA is the second most popular check-in in Untapped.
I'm nervous to check into these Church Street beers because it's going to skew my numbers now.
You can wait till the end of the year or next year, and you're going to skew your numbers for next year, not this year.
That's fine. Well, once we're done with the show, I can check into all I want to.
That's true.
All
That's
right.
true. And no one will know.
Yeah, that's right. It'll be a secret. Well, what about number of breweries this year?
So I'm down. Again, drinking a lot of stuff I enjoy drinking. I only have 80 different breweries this year, down from 107 last year. How about you? How you
I
doing?
smoked you both years. Yeah.
You did.
So how many did you have this year?
80.
91 for me.
Okay.
And you had
I had 107 last year.
Oh, I'm sorry. I read that backwards.
Yeah,
88 for me last year.
Okay. So that's okay.
We balanced out.
Bounce back and forth with the number of breweries. How about your top 5 breweries in 2023?
Well, starting at the bottom, this one surprised me. RAR Brewing out of Maryland.
That Chad talks about.
Yeah, the one that makes all the smoothie sours and stuff all the time.
Yeah.
I do have their information to reach out to them in the new year. Just saying. So there's what's your number 5? I don't know if these go in any specific order, but
I don't know if they're in order either. They are in order. Yeah, my number 5 is Great Notion Brewing with 5 check-ins.
Lovely choice. Number 4 for me is going to be Three Sons Brewing out of they're in Fort Lauderdale. The tin tacker is literally in front of my face. Dania Beach, Florida. No, seriously, like it's
right there.
Literally
it's right in front of your face. You're not kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, so my next one coming in with 6 check-ins is Fort George Brewery.
I didn't count the number of check-ins I had at each of these places, but
yeah. By the way, these numbers are lower than what I had last year with the numbers. I don't remember what they were because I didn't want to get things too long. But again, like I said, I'm not drinking volume of new stuff. I'm drinking volume of stuff I enjoy.
You are going for quality instead of quantity.
Yes,
and I can very much appreciate that.
I'm not drinking more of these. It just means I've had beers already I didn't check into because I try to only check into the beers once unless there's a special reason why I check into it a second time or third or fourth, and then I'll check into it more. So I've drank a lot more Jim Dandy beers than I'll have listed here. And and Fremont Brewing as well, because I'll drink, I'll go get a 6-pack of Lush, I'll get a 6-pack of, or I'll get a 12-pack of the Kraken, because that hazy pale ale is great camping beer. I bring a bunch of that for camping because it's just easy going down and not too heavy. So, and Fort George too, I drink stuff, but the problem is they don't do beers that change, that add on to the year. And since I know that unless they have a year stamp on them, you can't check into them with the year. So I don't check into them.
Yeah. So I was just realizing something. So RAR was my number 5. Three Sons was my number 4.
Yeah.
You said your number 4, right? It was Fort George.
My number 4 is Fort George. Yeah.
Okay. My number 3, Marker 48.
Oh, of course.
Right.
No doubt. Okay.
Yeah. So Marker 48. What about your number 3?
My number 3 is Fremont Brewing with 7 unique beer check-ins.
Okay. Very, very good. Very good. Number 2, you and I shared number 2.
Oh, really? Leaven Brewing.
Leaven. Yeah.
But I think your numbers are probably higher than mine. I've had 8 beers that you gave me.
Okay.
So
they might be maybe a couple more. Now I want to fill you in on a little fun story with Leaven, because for those of you that hopped on with us and knew we were supposed to do an interview with them and life happened, regardless of opinions. Hey, life happens. I get it. So I told you that I went to Joel's opening yeah. And I got to talk to the folks from Leaven there, right?
Yeah.
So I gave them grief there. Then we went to another, we did a Christmas market for the dog training company that I own. We did a Christmas market where we went out to a brewery right down the street from our house called Bullfrog Creek.
Yeah.
And we set up our tent and we played with our dogs, and people signed up for training. And I was working. The booth next to us was like a clothing shop, and they sold like jewelry and purses and things like that. And I started talking to the lady next to us, and she started telling me how she got her start. And she goes, yeah, I reached out to a friend of mine, and she let me set up shop in her brewery. And I was like, oh really, which one was it? And she goes, oh, it was Leaven. So I said, oh, I was like, so Jillian and KJ? She's like, oh yeah, I love Jillian, she's the best. I was like, do you have her phone number in your phone? And she goes, yeah. I was like, you want to mess with her a little bit? And she goes, oh, absolutely. I said, I want you to text her and say, hey, I heard you stood up the guys at Tap the Craft podcast the other night. WTF. And we took a picture together and sent it to her.
She's never going to live it down.
No, she's not. And you know what? This is what happens. You don't show up. This is what happens. I find all your friends and we torment the hell out of you. Yeah. All right.
All right, Chris. What was your number one?
Oh, hang on.
Yeah. Oh, you have stuff for all your breweries.
Yeah. Tampa Bay Brewing Company.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Tampa Bay Brewing Company was my number one. And what about yours, Denny?
Well, everyone knows my number one brewery. It's Jim Dandy Brewing. 14,
of course.
14 beers. Now, I think last year I had 19 unique check-ins. And again, this is, and you know what? I might have two more, because my daughter already bought the beer. She's bringing with her.
She's such a smart girl.
She called me and said, hey, I'm at Jim Dandy. I'm buying you beer. Here's what they have. And so I got the two that I hadn't had before that were available in packaging.
Okay.
So we might add this from 14 to 16 by time the year ends. So Jim Dandy seems to always be my favorite check-in brewery and my favorite brewery.
Hey, I don't blame you. I mean, I drank their Fly Hopper last night. It was delicious.
Oh yeah, Fly Hoppers is one of their flagship beers. Really good.
Mm-hmm. Eric Gronley just hopped on with us. What's up, Eric?
Oh, Eric. Welcome. Okay, so how about venues? I had 16 venues. Now, again, I understand these venues. I didn't really go to 16 probably. Well, actually, you know what? I think I did go to 16 because I don't have any. I just check into my Tap to Craft headquarters now here when I check in at home.
Oh, you have a TTCHC? I'm sorry, TTCHQ?
Tap to Craft headquarters, yes.
Yeah, so it's like the GHQ.
And so I probably have checked into 15 other venues. I had 51 in 2022 because I was just checking into all kinds of wild stuff. But I didn't do that this year. I didn't go crazy and check into the nail salon or whatever. So what do you have?
79. 79 was my check-in.
Oh, you get around, Chris. Damn.
Yeah. And I chose fun ones. I didn't just, check into the closest thing that was nearby. I was actually typing in certain words just to see what, might pop up. Okay, hang on a second. Put on the brakes, folks. Chad Lamassa has checked into a beer 29 minutes ago.
Wow. Did he send you a private message?
No. I just hopped onto Untapped to see, the fun places that I checked into. He's drinking.
Didn't miss.
Chad is drinking a Divine by Union Craft Brewing, and he just said, J. Roddy Walston. Looks like he's at a Christmas concert. 4 cap rating to go along with that one. That's a great picture. It's a guy wearing a Santa coat and a Santa hat with sunglasses, singing into a microphone. And if I'm looking at this correctly, he's also wearing a tutu. The guy singing on the stage, not Chad.
Oh, okay. I thought Chad was wearing a tutu.
But hey,
I wanted a picture of that.
Yeah, no kidding. But yeah, so my check-ins were a lot of fun just because I wasn't just, house on the corner. That's where I'm checking into. No, I had some fun with it. I wanted to check into a few places and, sheriff's departments and, strip clubs and, casinos. And I'd find random just fun named kind of places. Like there was like Steve's Casino Bar, and I'm like, it's it's in their neighborhood, it's not an actual place. So
yeah
Had some fun with it.
Okay, how about your top drinking buddy?
Well, Denny, you were my third top drinking buddy.
That's because yeah, only third. Okay, okay.
You're my third. One of my most recent check-ins when I was drinking the Jim Dandy Oktoberfest was at the Hillsborough County Housing and Code Enforcement, which is right down the street from
Oh,
our work building. But you were my third. Bill Schlemmer was my second.
second.
I
Yeah.
think you guys probably tied.
Okay.
And then my number one top bestest drinking buddy this year, Skinny Matt.
Skinny Matt Knight.
Yeah.
Woo! Way to go, Skinny Matt.
Yeah. Sorry, Art, you had to take a back seat from last year. Right.
Yeah, so they wrote they had these in levels. I don't understand what the levels mean, but I only wrote down the number one. That was William Slimmer,
Yeah.
level 6.
Level
I don't know what that
6?
means. That means like level
Maybe
6 badge, like he badged up to level 6 times. I don't know what that means, but whatever it is, Bill Slimmer, you just won my top drinking buddy. The last 3 years, my top drinking buddy was my buddy Alex
Alex.
Fuchs. He overtook my buddy Alex. Unbelievable
Wow.
that Bill took over. So
See,
congratulations,
Alex,
Bill.
now you know where you stand with Denny. You don't see him for a while and he gets new
Well,
friends.
I know I haven't seen him since last like February.
Oh, wow. It's been that long?
Yeah, it's been almost a year,
Oh,
which
wow.
feels bad. But I need to see him. So yeah, no wonder we didn't drink as much together as we normally do. All right, so favorite beers of 2023. I had 13 5-cap beers in 2023. That means I had 13 fantastic beers. So I all these are 5 caps. So I'm going to list one of them that I think maybe we might share. Giant Jones Brewing. Again, gift from Bill Slimmer. Thank you, Bill. The Beer de Meal.
Yep.
It's a honey beer.
Yep.
And this beer just really, when we had this on the air, I was just shocked at how good it was. In fact, all of Giant Jones beers were fantastic, but this one just stuck out, and I gave it a 5-cap rating, and was one of my favorite beers of the year. This is on your list as well, right, Chris?
It definitely is. Yeah. It was, I was really surprised that a beer style like this made it to my list.
Yeah, yeah.
Mostly just because beers with French names in the past I haven't really liked them as much, but
Yeah.
this one, well, took a 5-cap rating.
Yeah. 5-cap rating. And of 13 of my 5-cap ratings, I picked these 5 as my favorite ones of those, which is hard because all of them were good. I had to really think about which ones that stood out the most to me of those ones. So Giant Jones, Beer de Meal definitely did. My next one that really stuck out, again, another fancy beer from Belgium, Cantillon Creek 100% Lambic. This is a beer I was able to share with our buddy Kirk Tabor. He lives right down the street from me. We've gotten together a few times. I've talked about him on the show. So lucky that he opened this beer that he'd been saving to share with me, and I feel very honored. And it was so good that I had to list that as one of my favorites. How about your second favorite?
My second favorite was going to be, oh, that's yours. I was like, wow, that followed. So my second favorite was a beer called Vintage Nectar from 2020 from the folks over at Three Sons Brewing. That was when I was able to get that when I was at their brewery.
Okay.
And then next on the list, what do you got for your third one?
So I'm gonna combine. I'm gonna say 3 and 4 because they're from the same brewery. And Chris, this is thanks to you, because I had never heard of Mythic Brewing until you mentioned them on the show, and we checked them out, and we said, yeah, these guys would be great to have on the show. And you went and got them to show up, and you guys met. You guys drove an hour each way to
swap beer.
Swap beers. You sent them to me. We had them. We drank them. And I'll tell you what, the beers were fantastic. And there was two beers that I think surprised you and me both.
Yeah.
shocked that they're not on your top 5 list, but it's
Well,
okay.
so my top 5 list was the beers that were just generated on the year in beer listing.
Oh, you didn't go in and look at all your
So
beers?
I'm currently doing that now, and I was
Okay,
just
so
kind of taking.
there might be some difference because I didn't use those because I had so many ones. I wanted to go and pick the ones that I felt was the best, and so that's why. So Mythic Brewing's Oakthorn Sour, shocking that we like if you listen to the show, you'll hear that this beer had a special flavor profile that was surprising to the brewer of that it was going to happen, and it shocked me, and I was able to call it out as soon as I tasted it. I said, "Oh
Yeah,
my gosh, it's got taste of maple in here," and he said, "That's it." Caused by the addition of the
the choke cherries.
choke cherry, with the sour, and it created this flavor. I had 2 of those beers. I had 2. Yeah, I did have 2. One we drank on, and then one I drank second. And both times I had it, I was just so pleased with the beer that it amazed me. One of the best beers I've ever had. It's really good. And who knows if anyone will ever have it again if he doesn't brew it again, right? I mean, we were lucky enough to have this beer. The second one from Mythic Brewing, everyone knows I am not a big pumpkin beer fan. I think they're overdone and they're not, they just don't. A lot of breweries just don't spend enough time to balance it out and make it something that's drinkable. They want to make it special by making it more spicy or whatever. And I just don't like that. When I saw that we were going to be tasting this Halloween Forever pumpkin beer, I was like, okay, we'll see how this goes. And then when I had it on the air live, first time, shocked me that, wow, this beer is done really well balanced with the flavors, and just provided me with a sense of, I actually do like pumpkin beers.
Yeah,
And I, again, gave it a 5 cap rating. And even the second time I had it, it still blew my socks off of how smooth and well balanced the flavors were. That just really was a great beer. So 2 of my favorite beers of the year were from the same brewery, Mythic Brewing. So
yeah.
if you guys have a chance of trying anything from Mythic, please go try his beers. Mike's beers are so delicious. I just love the stuff he did. So how about you, Chris? You can name 2 because I just named
So
2.
well, he was definitely in my 5 cap
Okay.
ratings for this year. But the ones that auto populated for this year, so we talked about vintage nectar from Three Sons. Remember I talked about one of our untapped check-ins, the bourbon barrel aged Imperial Gunner's Daughter
Okay.
from Mast
That's
Landing
right.
Brewing
That's
Company.
right.
I remember specifically having this at initially at Badass Beer Fest last year, but allegedly the rep from Mast Landing may or may not have handed me an entire can of it to take home.
That's right.
Um,
That's right.
so I had a 2021 version of it, and man, it was just so good, smooth, and easy drinking.
Mm.
Um, hopefully, I get to try that again. So we've got that one, and Jeff Seiler is responsible for the next one, and it was in our blind tasting last year, the
Yeah.
Three Philosophers.
So good. I know. I'm
And
looking for that one.
I saw it on the shelf the other day, and I'm going,
Okay.
I should get that. No, I'd be nice with my budget for right now. Um, I'm trying to go Christmas shopping and things like that. But yeah, just a beer that in the past I would have just looked at and went, oh yeah, Brewery Omegang, that's cool,
Yeah.
and not even give it a second thought. But now I would find that can and go, well, I'd probably want to grab one of those.
I actually I looked for it in the co-op last 2 times I was there, waiting for it to show up. So when it shows up, I think I'll buy a 4 pack, just to
Well,
enjoy the beer. Because the beer is so enjoyable, and you're right. I had it and gave it 5 cap ratings in the past, and and I don't know why, and I've had it several times, and I don't know why I neglected to keep drinking it because it is such a good beer, and it wasn't. It was Jeff Seiler's blind tasting that really showed us how
Yeah.
damn good that beer is, and to not neglect it. Go and get that beer. Okay,
All
so
right.
my last beer is from I always call this brewery Distill, Destihl,
What else
Distill.
would you call it?
I don't know, but that's what I call it.
Destil? Distill? I mean,
Destil, it could be Destil, or I call it Distill. Uh, Distill Brewery. It's their rye barrel 2022 version Imperial Stout. And man, this beer, there's a couple Distill. There's two, Babushka. No, not Babushka. The other Russian name for the little doll, the the
the nesting dolls?
the nesting dolls, whatever those are called. They had a couple of those beers I had too, that were, those were also 5 cap ratings, but this one with the rye barrel was a little bit, again, because I enjoy rye barrel aged stuff. Um, this one just stepped up that other one a little bit higher grade, and I really enjoy the beers. So if you have a chance, anyone out there has a chance to have some of these high octane Russian Imperial Stouts from Distill Brewery, go try them. They are super fantastic and top notch beers. And that was my fifth one.
Well, my fifth one comes from, well, one of my top 5 breweries this year was
Oh,
from Tampa Bay Brewing Company, their Hop Silo 23. Um,
nice.
and they put out a Hop Silo, I believe it's once a year or
Is it?
twice a year. I can't tell.
I think it's more than twice a year. It's more than once a year, because I think you checked into a few of them. One year you checked into like a couple hop silos.
Yeah, it's either at least I don't know, a couple of times a year. I'm not sure. Check with
I mean,
Dave,
this is
but
23. They haven't been open 23 years, have they? Or have they? Actually,
possible.
they may have, actually. Now I think
It's
about
very
it,
possible.
it may be
Um,
25 years or so.
but yeah, I mean, it's just every time that I get to try these hop silo beers, they get better and better and better every year, and it's just I I can't stop going to get them and just trying them and being surprised about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they initially opened in 1995.
Okay. So yeah, it's been 20, 28 years. Yeah. So yeah, it could be one a year. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that is our year in beer. Anything else you want to say about that, Chris? Hmm?
Something that you said that made
Okay.
me really smile that we haven't said in a long time on this show.
Okay.
You said, "Man, I don't really like pumpkin beers,"
That's right.
and it made me go, "Yeah, that's just
Yeah.
because you haven't tried the right one." And look what
I
happened,
haven't
you
tried
did.
enough. And you're right. I found I am now a pumpkin beer guy.
Yeah. Well, for those of you that aren't exactly sure what it is I'm talking about, if you don't like a certain style, keep trying them. You'll find one.
That's right. That's right. Everyone we've talked to that we've said that to has found at least one beer that they actually enjoyed of the style they didn't like.
Well,
Even Chad Lamassa
even
with
Chad.
saisons.
Well, me too. Wild ales. I'm not
Yep.
a big fan of wild ales, but I'm looking through my 5 cap ratings in
Yeah.
2017. There was a Tangerine Dream from Cascade Brewing that I gave a
Oh
five
yeah.
cap rating
Cascade's
to.
great. Oh yeah. Cascade makes great sours.
So if you don't like a certain style, keep trying them. That you just haven't found the right one yet.
All right. That's good advice. Good advice. All right, Chris. Let me go before we finish the show off. Let me go pee real quick.
Okay.
Okay. I'll be right back. I feel better now.
Good. I was hoping so.
Yeah, I drank a lot of water before we started, and then these beers, they add up quick. So, all right. Well, let's go into our new and noteworthy beers. And Chris, why don't you go ahead and start us off with your new and noteworthy?
Some pretty simple ones, but I'm excited to see these. Actually, the beer you started with this evening from Sockeye Brewing, the Lonesome Larry Lager,
Yes.
which I
That
gave
was a noteworthy?
yeah, it was. It was. I don't know if it was just because of the day or the
Oh, yeah.
environment,
Yeah.
but something tells me I was sitting outside making food, probably just hanging out, tending to the grill and just enjoying a nice beer when the sun was going down and the weather was probably favorable, especially for this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
So 4.25 rating for that beer. So thank you for that one.
You're welcome.
And thank you for the next one, because I know the day that I drank this, it was definitely because of the day that I had the Berm turn from Jim Dandy Brewing, which gave a 4.5 cap rating to. And this one definitely, like I said, had to do with the day I had. It was a very stressful day. I came home and cracked a beer, took a big swig of it, and went, "Oh wow, that's really nice."
It is a nice one, huh?
Yeah. So I was really glad I got to try those too. Again, thank you for sending those to me, Denny. I really
Oh,
appreciate
you're
it.
welcome. You're welcome.
But you've got a few on your list, so I'd love to hear about those.
I do. I do. I'm going to start with one that I had since my list was left over from last week because we didn't do our
Mm-hmm.
last show because we didn't do them. But I didn't think I had any other ones. So I did have one beer that is new and noteworthy. I'll talk about. I'll do that one right now whilst on my phone. It's from Lumberbeard. I've talked about Lumberbeard a lot of times. I really enjoy Lumberbeard brewing, and it's called the Boysenberry Apricot Zuff. It's a fruited sour. Now, again, we mentioned in the last episode when we were talking about drinking sours and the acid and the problems we have. I don't drink very many of these, but this one really, I love apricot, and this one really kind of intrigued me, and I want to try it out. And wow, I'll tell you what, I really enjoyed it. I gave it a 4.5 cap rating. I said berry tartness with the juicy sweetness of apricot. Really well done, fruited sour. 4.5 cap rating. So that one was really well done. Like that one. Next one is from Leaven Brewing. This is
Ah,
this is one of my last Leaven Brewing beers. It's the one that Chris you mentioned that I would enjoy, and I did enjoy. It's the Vanilla Goat Oatmeal Stout, and I'm trying to find this one in my. Oh man, maybe where did I? I checked into this somewhere here on Untappd and trying to find it, but I gave it a 4.5 cap rating as well. Oh my gosh, I can't find it. Dead air here while I'm trying to find the.
please
This was
wait.
criminal. I
We are
think that.
experiencing
Oh, here it
technical
is. Okay, I
difficulties.
found it. Okay, so again, 4.5 cap rating. Here's what I wrote about it. Wrapping up a few extra beers from Levin. This is a very nice beer. Light vanilla and chocolate flavors, smooth and creamy mouthfeel. I think this is my favorite beer I've had from them yet. And I agree. I have to say that of all the 8 beers that I had from Levin, this one beer here is my favorite. It's the one that had the most flavor, the most transitioning flavors as well from one to another. The other ones are all they're all decent beers. They're just like like I mentioned, one trick ponies. They kind of all have the same base, maybe a slight difference here or there. Really kind of mellow. Beer drinking, beers that are just taste like beers, right? They're not anything special, but this one was special, and I really did enjoy this one. So I gave that one 4.5 cap rating. The next beer I'm going to talk about is from Jester King Brewery out of Austin, Texas. This one is their German style Pilsner, and I gave this 4.25 cap rating. Very tasty and crisp pills, big bread dough, and biscuity malt flavor with earthy noble hop finish. I really enjoy this. Now, Jester King is known for their wild ales and sours and stuff, but they also brew some really good, just regular old lagers. And this German style Pilsner is really good. And the last beer I'll talk about is Bombastic Brewing's Bukwus Bourbon-Barrel Aged Stout. And this is a big giant imperial stout. I gave this 4.25 rating. Lots of dark fruit in the aroma, falls through into the flavor, raisins and dates, chocolate and vanilla too. The bourbon character is just enough to complement all the flavors. Not too boozy either. Very nicely done. And again, Bombastic is one of those breweries. They're contract brewing out of Payette. So all their beers are being manufactured at Payette Brewing here in Boise. So because that is local, we tend to get a lot of their beers. And I think I've tried every beer that they've made, almost every one, maybe not all of them. And you know what? Another fantastic brewery that doesn't get enough respect, I think. Great beer. Okay,
Definitely.
Chris, that's it. Some good beers there. But you know what? It is time to end the show. But before we end the show, we always want to, give a chance to raise a glass to some people that can raise a glass to. So, Chris, who would you like to raise a glass to tonight?
Well, I want to say happy birthday to Mark Reedy. It's his birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday, Mark.
So hope you have
Big
an
2-9.
awesome day. 2-9, yeah. Yeah. Him and me. And then Denny, I don't know if you realize it, but this is our last show for the year.
It is our last show. And since we forgot to wish everyone a Merry Christmas on a show that showed up before Christmas, what do you want to do tonight, Chris?
Well, it'll release after Christmas, though.
Yeah. But go ahead and wish everyone a Merry Christmas.
Well, hey, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year, everybody, because by the time this show releases, we'll be pretty much on the way to 2024. So thank you very much for hanging out with us for the year. And I hope you guys get to enjoy some great beers with your friends and family over the holiday.
Of course.
Denny, who would you like to raise a glass to this evening?
Well, I'll raise my glass. I have a little bit of beer left here. To our Patreon toast tonight goes to Mr. William Slimmer Bill. Thank you
Cheers,
for your
Bill.
support. Yeah, we appreciate it. Thank you very much. Also, to our great listener and Patreon supporter, Jeff Seiler, for this beer. Love the fact that you enjoy what we do so much, that you send us beer and make it fun for us to taste it and give entertainment to our listeners. So cheers to you, and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays to everyone out there. Even though we're late on the Merry Christmas part, it's okay. We you know what, we love you. And the second to last toast goes out to my buddy Chris McKenzie, who had a birthday on Monday.
Me? Oh, yes.
Yeah. Happy 29th, 29 forever. You don't look a day over 29.
Tina. 27 for life.
27 for life. Cheers, Chris.
Thank you.
I just want to wish you the best. And of course, being a former serviceman, I always want to raise my glass and thank all those who have served and are currently serving in the U.S. military services, protecting our freedoms. Thank you for your service. And I hope all who are deployed are able to return home safely to their families very soon.
Cheers
and
to
Chris,
that.
Yeah, cheers. Why don't you go ahead and give a toast out to our awesome sponsor?
The folks over at Tin Tackers. They're the provider of sweet metal beer signs that will make your walls happy. Tin Tackers has a vast selection of embossed aluminum beer signs, perfect for your garage, home bar, or man cave. They have the biggest selection with the best prices. They also have a mini Tacker of the Month club, a club just for craft beer lovers who collect tin tackers. A surprise in your mailbox every month. Make sure you go visit their website at tintackers.com and use the promo code TAPTHECRAFT at checkout to not only save 10% on your entire order, but to also let them know that we sent you.
Yeah, and if you did receive the December Tin Tacker of the Month Club box and you did get this ornament, why don't you go ahead and put that in your tree, take a photo and send it to Jen. She'd love
Send it to Jen.
Add you to her collage.
And tag us in it too.
And if you have a sticker or whatever, tag us in it too. Let them know that, we sent you there. She'd appreciate that. All right, Chris. Well, it is last call, and it's time to bring the show to a close. We want to thank all of our great listeners for downloading and, of course, listening. We ask you to please tell a friend and, of course, subscribe on your favorite podcast app. And as a reminder, we release a new show every 2 weeks. Now go out there and spread the good word of craft beer.
Cheers.
Cheers.